We're going in. Get tactical, Marines.
The boys.
Autobots. Go hit him! Spartans!
The brews.
Pick up the ale! He's been thirsty!
The nerds.
Technically,
Max.
Oh yeah, it was totally blackout drunk.
Boba Fett is the best pound-for-pound fighter.
Justin.
Grand.
Judgment time.
3 beers starts now.
Hey nerds, welcome back to another episode of 3 Beers Deep, the podcast where we talk about all our favorite nerdy stuff while sipping on some brews with the boys. New episodes every Tuesday. If you're only listening to us, go watch us over on YouTube at 3BD Podcast. And, like and subscribe, and make sure you watch the whole fucking video. Let's go. Watch all the other ones too while you're at it, you know?
Just
You got
do
a
a
bunch up there
marathon.
now. Yeah, do a fucking marathon. Let's go.
How many episodes are on YouTube?
60-something?
Jesus.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Just spend, a week watching
Hell
everything
yeah,
we
dude.
do.
Don't sleep. You need to watch it the entire way through.
And make sure you drink every time.
Oh, shit. You're gonna kill people.
I'm Justin. I'm here with Stu
Hello, I'm here.
and Max.
I don't know if I brought it up before, but British food looks absolutely awful. I don't know, maybe it's just kind of the TikTok that
Yeah.
I'm on, but it's just a green slime on some potatoes with jellied eels.
Oh,
What are you doing?
Some of it is bad, but the classic fish and chips comes from
Oops.
England, so you got to give them the fish and chips.
Yeah, sure, that's good. But
It's
when
always
they
good.
put fries on bread and eat it like it's a fucking sandwich, what are you doing?
What are you doing? And I want to get behind beans on toast. I wanna, but it's just not that good. It just isn't. It's fine. I could see it. I understand
Just carbs
why.
on carbs. Maybe.
I don't.
know.
I think beans are protein.
Nah, whatever.
So it's like protein and carbs. It's the perfect meal. It's the perfect breakfast. You get your everything you need to sustain your life. It's just not that great. You need beans and a hot dog, you know? you need beans and some barbecue or something.
Yeah.
Toast in the morning?
And it's weird because
Beans in the morning?
They're not any different than the barbecued beans. Because I had them when we went to Scotland, and it was part of their breakfast, and we had bacon and eggs and
Yeah, but
stuff.
their bacon looks terrible too.
It's not real. It's like ham. It's
Yeah.
slices of ham. Yeah.
What are you
It's like you had ham, eggs, and your toast or whatever, and then you would get beans with it, and it was just like barbecued beans, baked beans, and I'm
what the fuck?
just weird different palettes. I don't know, but.
Yeah.
I've seen some of those videos though, where it's I don't know, this dude with the filter on. He's like, "I'll have a boiled egg
I've seen that guy.
with gravy and a stick."
Another thing is when they're eating Chinese food, they're like, "I'm gonna have a Chinese." It's fucking fries again.
What?
They're like salt and pepper chips. It's fucking fries. And then they dump. I mean, there's some rice too, and they're like chicken balls and shrimp balls. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then they dump curry sauce over the whole fucking thing.
Just a
Curry's Indian.
Oh yeah,
That's insane.
this is madness.
That is madness.
Well, it's they've had access to that shit for since their empire started. They've had access to all the spices and all that. They chose to eat mummy bones instead. They're like, let's eat dead people
Let's eat
for long life
It'll give you a
instead of this
boner.
oregano. What?
Eat a dead guy. Get your dick real hard.
What the fuck? These real good spiced paprika? Nah. Fuck that shit, dude.
Kind of
Fuck that.
grind up a mummy's hand.
Tomatoes? Nah. It's gross.
It's also the way they say, "I'm gonna have a Chinese." Like, what?
What the
It
fuck?
sounds like you're eating a dude.
With some A1.
Don't you start on that.
Don't you tell me the good time.
Don't you start on
Go
that.
check out 3B, or what is it? Patreon.com/3BD.
That's in desperation.
All right, so there's what are we drinking today?
I'm just still drinking these Labatt's.
Yep.
Labbits?
Just
Yeah.
fucking blended it all into one word.
Just give it the best.
Drink the best. Drink the best.
Yep. Finishing off my coffee and Baileys in here.
Irish coffee. And I got another blackberry White Claw. It's actually best tasting one, I think, in my opinion. All right, well, let's get into the rules. Rule number 1, everything here is a joke. Rule number 2, we're always right. And rule number 3, if you're watching and listening, better be drinking along with us. Sip for sip, pop the top. Today, we're going to come at you with another LOTR lore. Lord of the Rings lore. All right, and this time we're talking about the Elves. So we just talked about Morgoth in the last episode. And go kind of check out some of those other episodes that we got going on, because some of these elves come up in those stories as well. And obviously, this is going to be a very summarized version of the elves, because there's a lot of fucking elves and a lot of names with these fucking elves and a lot of like
They
mixing.
do live for like the entire fucking time, though.
Yeah, dude. There's a lot of shit, dude. They're from the beginning to the fucking end, dude, and beyond. It's insane. So we're summarizing here, right? So the other names for the elves are the people of the stars, given to them by Orome, the firstborn, because they were the firstborn, the Eldar children of Iluvatar, and also the Quendi, which they called themselves. This is a quote from Eru Iluvatar. But the Quendi shall be the fairest of all earthly creatures, and they shall have and conceive and bring forth more beauty than all my children, and they shall have the greater bliss in this world. Pretty cool.
Who heard that quote? Because I feel like that's just elves
Maybe-
sucking themselves off.
Well,
It's just like, hey guys, guess what? God said this. We're the best.
seeing as how the Valar are like pieces of Eru, I would imagine that everybody knows this. Like when he speaks, they all hear it. Like they're all Eru.
I'm just saying, is there someone that quote is attributed to, like taking that down? Because again,
that's true.
elves are very arrogant. I feel they're just like,
I think it's probably one of the Valar or one of the Maiar took that down. They're just like, I'm gonna write this shit down.
I mean, Morgoth is saying they're lying all the time. So
And you might be right though, because the elves did invent like writing and like songs. They were the first to invent all that. So
yeah,
maybe
first thing they wrote down, Iluvatar said we're the best.
I'm the fucking best.
Bring my fucking tools.
Oh, and they bring their fucking tools. All right, so we give we're going to get into the characteristics here. All right, elves come of age around 50 and marry around this age. Marriage is very sacred to them, and it's a forever bond, and they would never commit adultery or take another spouse by force. They physically cannot. They just can't do it. So even if they wanted to, they can't. Elves were pure beauty, pure light, anything like that. There were little physical traits that differentiate male from female other than reproductive parts. So like some tits.
You got a dick?
But they looked very similar. Like the dudes looked like the women and the women looked like the dudes. But very beautiful, all the same. They had magnified vision and can see across dimensions, basically into like the Wraith world kind of deal, shit like that. And they can see things that men cannot. And that's what they mean when he talks about that stuff.
What do your elf eyes say?
Right. A red sun rises. It's like, how do you what? Like,
I mean, I've seen a red sun.
but like he was talking about like that there's blood in the air kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like blood has been spilt this night. Like how do you know that? Like Ellis can't see that. He's just like
What if just over the horizon he just sees murder happened?
Murder here. Ding ding ding. Oh yeah, shit happened. They do require sustenance, but far less than men, and they can survive with far less. They need sleep, but can also basically sleepwalk in like a meditative walk. Legolas does this when they're the three hunters are like running.
Oh.
What
a cheater.
Yeah, like they're all tired and shit, and Legolas is just like he's sleepwalking. He's sleep running actually. He's just like this is fucking sweet.
Meanwhile, Gimli's just dying, trying to keep up.
Fucking bullshit.
3 days, no food. No rest.
Lego's like, I've been sleeping this entire time. I don't know what
I'm
you're
so well rested.
I feel great.
They were very resilient to adverse conditions.
It's kind of like they're fast traveling.
Oh my god, it really is.
Fuckers.
And
dude.
Justin just said they could see stuff, so he has like the waypoint marker, like in Skyrim, and he can fast travel. Son of a
He does,
bullshit.
They had the whole navigational hub, dude. They see like, oh, there's fucking Isengard, there's fucking there's Mordor. They were the fairest and wisest in Arda, which Arda is where Middle Earth is. They called themselves Quendi, the speakers. Orome called the elves that followed him Eldar, people of the stars. When they awoke, there were only stars in the sky. That's why they were called that, because their sun and moon hadn't been made. If you listen to or watch the last episode, you know that. Elves were immune to illness and did not age after their prime, but they could be killed through violence or like suffering, basically. I think a couple of them do suffer to death. They just are like, they're mourning so hard that they just die. Like broken heart kind of shit. So let's get into creation and awakening. So this is that fucking Iuniondale fucking shit. The elves were created in the third theme. So remember there was Manwë was the key instrument, I think, in the second theme. The Iuniondale. They woke in the starlight of the long night at Quivienien, the waters of awakening, a shoreline in the east of to the east of Middle Earth.
Just woke up on a fucking beach. Just,
This is fucking sweet, and there's like a nice forest right there. The first elves were 3 pairs: Imin and Imenya,
come on.
Tata, that's a guy, and Tati.
All right.
And Enel and Enelye. Basically the same fucking names, dude. The men were the first ones in all those.
Hell yeah.
And those were the wives.
That's right, baby. Men are first.
Patriarchy.
Good old fucking Tata.
Tata.
Tata
And
likes the
Enel
tatas.
and Imin. They walked through the forest and came across more pairs of elves, making them 60 elves. They lived near rivers and made poetry and music. Without speech yet, though. So they're just...
Poetry without words.
I don't fucking know, dude. How do you have a guitar riff that creates the world?
That's a good question.
Wow, mountains. Sweet. They came across more elves watching the stars. They're just gazing up at the stars. This is fucking sweet.
No, there's no words yet. So it's because that sounds like someone else would do.
These elves had dark hair and were tall.
Ew. I'm blonde.
Naturally.
Tata claimed them, and they would become the Noldor.
At least it's not like caca. Like, jeez, that would be
Yeah.
stupid.
Or fucking Click Clack from Star Wars.
Oh, forgot about
The bug named Click Clack, dude. What the fuck? They found 24 pairs of elves that were singing without language. Enel claimed them, and they would be the Lindar elves, or Teleri. They found no more elves, and their number was 144.
Damn.
Imin's group was the smallest, and they became the Vanyar. They developed speech. All the elves developed speech and called themselves Quendi. Altogether, they were Quendi. So now we're going to get into discovery and sundering. I think sundering is when they are leaving Middle-earth, so they're called the Sunderings. The elves lived in Quivienien.
I mean, if it's one of the first words ever made, they're just like, hey, Quivienien.
Yeah, Cuivienen. Quivienen. Melkor discovered them, which we just
Piece of shit.
we learned in the last episode, and sent spies disguised as horsemen to torment them and cause them to fear Orome because Orome rode a horse. Orome then discovers the elves. Some of the elves like flee because they're scared of him because of all those lies and the darkness that follows them. Some elves fled at the arrival, and Melkor captured them and twisted them into orcs. Orome,
Just like, I don't know why. Just like picks them up and just twists them around. They're fucking orc.
farts in their face, twists them up. Orome loved the elves and called them Eldar. And Orome is basically like, it's like where the elves get their spirit, why they like the forest and shit. He always loved adventuring, running through the forest and all that shit. That's why he stuck around in Middle Earth while the others didn't.
Arome is a dude?
I think so.
Oh.
Yeah, I think Orome is a guy. But again, like, they're Valar, so it doesn't really matter.
I guess not.
There's not really sex with them. I mean, they call them brother and sister, but I think it's just a formality kind of
I
thing.
thought some of them were married to each other.
I think they are. Some of
Ew.
them might be married. And yeah,
Don't marry your siblings.
Aragorn.
Huh?
Aragorn marries his relative.
That's a stepsister.
Aragorn is Aragorn is a long we discussed this in the Dunedain. He's a descendant of some of those Númenórean lines that mix with fucking dude, Beren and Luthien? Bro, Elrond came from that shit, and so does Aragorn comes from that same line.
It's a distant relative.
It's fucking wild.
I stamp,
dude.
don't marry your sister.
Wash your sister sauce. Don't do it.
All right.
We're bringing it back to the British people eating food.
Oh,
Full
fuck.
circle. Mid fucking 15 minutes of the episode. That's it. We're done. Worcestershire sauce.
So, Orome rides back to Valinor and tells Manwë that he's discovered the elves, and then he came back to live with the elves. The war with Melkor happens, and the elves are unaware that that's the first war. They just hear thunderous sounds, rumors, all that kind of shit, the ground shaking. They're like, what the fuck's going on over there? They're just in the forest, like, hanging out.
Looking at stars, just like...
Yeah, making language and shit, yeah.
The ground just shake? What's the ground? That's what we're standing at.
That's this fucking thing.
Oh, shit.
So the Valar win, and Orome, this is when Melkor's imprisoned for those 3 ages. So the Valar win, and Orome returns to the elves with a summons to live in Valinor. They're like, come live with us, guys, because this place is getting fucked up. We're about to abandon it. The elves send ambassadors to go and then come back and report on what they had seen. So these ambassadors are Ingwe, Finwë, and Elwë.
I wonder if they're siblings.
I think they are. When they returned, they told their people of the beauty, and they agreed to go to Valinor. The Great Journey began, also known as the Sundering of the Elves.
The Great Journey?
The demon.
What? All the elves left except the Avari. So it's another sect of elves, which I'm just not going to get into. It's too much. Led by Orome. Just imagine that I think the Teleri are the ones that break off into all these different factions, because two of them, the Sindar and the Noldor, they go to Valinor, but the Teleri stay behind. Most of them. Some of them do go to Valinor. The Vanyar, Teleri, and Noldor pressed onward. They were taken to Valinor on an island, a fucking island, guided by Ulmo. So the Poseidon, just an island ferry. Some Teleri elves branched off into the forests and settled in the coasts and stuff in Middle
How big
Earth.
of an island? Because, I mean, if it's just like a sandbar, basically, just a little bit out of the water.
I think
seems
it's pretty
easy.
big. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's only like probably a couple hundred of them at this time. Maybe 300, 400 now that they've reproduced a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
They're getting it on, dude. Getting that freaky deaky.
Sorry about that sidetrack.
Some Teleri elves branched off, and that's where you get all those different factions and stuff, including Elwë, one of the ambassadors. He never makes it to Valinor. So now we're going to get into life in Aman, which Aman is Valinor. They were given great knowledge by the Valar.
Might give it 2 names.
I don't fucking know, dude.
Hey, what's this place? Valinor. It's Aman.
Finwë of the Noldor and Ingwe of the Vanyar became kings. Elwë never returned to Valinor, and so his brother Olwë becomes king of the Teleri. The 3 clans developed different cultures, learned, create language, poetry, music, all that shit. The Vanyar were drawn to the light of the two trees and settled the area. We all know what happens to the two fucking trees.
Got sucked off by a spider.
Oh, they sure fucking
Got
did.
penetrated by Morgoth. And got sucked off by a spider.
Full pen, too, man. God damn it.
We're adults.
So yeah, they settled that area around the trees. Ingwe becomes High King of the Elves. The Noldor were loved by Aule the Smith for their love of crafts and arts. They built the city of Tirion, and Finwë, the High King of the Noldor, lived there. The Teleri were drawn to the sea and settled the coast and built Alqualande, which I think a kinslaying happens there, with the help
I
of...
don't know why, but the way you're just like, a kinslaying happens. It's just like,
It's jolly.
it's people just murdering their family members. Like, yeah, kinslaying happens. It's just so fucking
Oh, shit.
it's like, ooh,
Just casual. Yeah, it
kinslaying
happens.
happens. Nobody cares.
Yeah, they built Aqualande with the help of the Noldor. They wrote, they created poetry and art and built ships and made them common practices in elven tradition. The 3 ages, Melkor was imprisoned. The elves lived in peace. Lovely time. Melkor was released and took revenge on the elves.
Oh, of course
we
he
all
did.
know
Of
that.
course he did.
We just heard that story last episode.
I'm gonna be super chill. Wink.
Yeah, he takes on a fair form and began sowing division in Valinor and amongst the elves. The Noldor listened to him more than the other clans, as they were more curious. They were like, I like this knowledge he's given us. Melkor told lies about the Valar and the arrival of men, and some of the Noldor, that's a hard word to say, man. God damn.
I feel like a lot of the things Tolkien wrote are not easy to say.
Yeah.
That's why I'm glad I'm not the one doing it.
Brought it causing a divide with the elves. Feanor was the loudest voice, as they thought men would inherit Middle-earth and supplant them instead of the elves. He wanted the glory. Feanor, as we know in the last episode, he's very prideful, very eager, and arrogant.
Eager to die. Wait, does he die?
Feanor does die, yes.
Nice.
Feanor he had reason to be arrogant too, because he had a lot of accomplishments, one of which was he created the fucking Silmarils.
Huh?
3 gems bound with the light of the 2 trees, and he was more gifted than other elves in every fucking way. I'm the fucking best.
Sounds like a dick, to be honest.
Yeah. He hated and feared Melkor just like the rest, but he still propagated his lies due to his own pride and vanity. Fuck.
What a dick.
Melkor's influence and Feanor's vanity caused him to draw his sword on his half-brother Fingolfin. That's the first kinslaying there. Another kinslaying happens. The Valar stayed out of it, so they're just chilling until
You killed your brother? Dude, that's not chill. All right.
yeah, that's when they got back involved. They're like, this is fucked up, dude. So Feanor was brought to the Ring of Doom to explain himself, and that's when Melkor's lies were brought to light, and he fled. And we talked about that in the last episode. Exactly.
I didn't do anything.
Feanor is banished from Tirion and all of his sons. 12 years later, Manwë sought to heal the wounds between the Noldor at a festival. This is the festival at the trees. But Melkor and Ungoliant attacked, sucked them dry, poisoned them, drank that fucking
Penetrated,
lakes and shit.
sucked.
Dude. Oh. Fuck, dude. Penetrated and sucked, man. Is that good? Is that bad? It's bad, then
It
good?
depends on who you are. I wouldn't like it.
Finwë is killed, and the Silmarils are taken.
Damn.
Son of a bitch. Now we get the revolt of the Noldor. So the Noldor are fucking rebels, dude. Just like the Numenor. Feanor heard of the death of his father,
We're
Finwë.
not gonna take it.
Exactly. And he was real mad about it. This is when he makes that oath and calls him Morgoth and shit. Gathered all the Noldor and wanted to return to Middle Earth to pursue Melkor. Cursed Melkor, called him Morgoth for the first time. That's what he'll always be known as. That's when the kinslaying happens at Alqualande, when the Teleri refuse to aid the Noldor, and the Noldor attack, kill many Teleri, and take their fucking ships. Exactly. Like we said in the last episode, like, give me your ships. No. Stab, stab, stab. They're my ships.
You're hurting me.
I'm going to take my ships.
Are those your ships? Yeah. No, they're not. They're mine.
So the Valar then banish them from Valinor. The Noldor are banished. Their deeds are heard by the Sindar king, Thingol, Baron and Luthien, and they do not help the Noldor in their war against Melkor. So Noldor against Melkor, 1v1. The Noldor returned to Middle-earth as exiles, and everybody that lived in Middle-earth, the dwarves, the petty dwarves, all that, they did not like these guys. They're like, this guy's a fucking douche.
Yeah.
And now we get to the War of the Great Jewels. We've already talked about that a little bit in the last episode. This started a centuries-long war that involved everyone in Middle-earth. 5 battles were fought against Morgoth, and the elves won some, but were devastated by others. Morgoth eventually gained the upper hand. The Noldor faced Morgoth alone, and they mingled with the races of men over a common enemy. So the men served the Noldor and fought with them and shit. The first were the 3 houses of Edain, which we've already talked about in a different episode. Go watch or go listen to that one. I don't think you can watch that one. It's only audio.
Fuck you.
As the Noldor were the only elves in Middle-earth that dealt with men. So the men that served the Noldor gained their respect after the quest for the Silmaril, and the blood of the Eldar mixed with the Edain, with the marriage of Beren and Luthien, and then through Tuor and Idril, which is Elrond's line. I think Elrond is a Noldor elf. He's a Sindar elf. He's also a part Maya. He's got a lot of bloodlines in his... so he's fucking sweet. It's a good mix of all of them.
Fuck yeah.
I like Elrond in the books. In the movies, not so much, but I like him in the
What do
books.
you mean? He's Agent Smith.
It's his
Megatron.
personality. Like, he seems to like dislike... He has like disdain for Aragorn and men and shit. And it's like, dude, in the books, he was actually still hopeful. And he loved men. They were his children, basically. Those were the children of Elrond.
Punching shit.
As his brother chose to stay in Valinor, he chose the fucking half-elf life. Let's see. The Oath of Feanor caused the first kinslaying and created more strife amongst the elves. 2 of Feanor's sons, Celegorm and Curufin, tried to usurp the throne and another kinslaying at Nargothrond after the loss of Finrod. So Finrod fell, but they were thwarted by Huan, the dog. Just a giant dog.
Hey, stop it. No,
You stop it right now.
That's a big-ass dog right there. I'm not going to do it.
This is the reason that the Noldor of Nargothrond didn't help during the Nirnaeth Arnodiad.
I don't know why you looked up while you're trying to read that.
I was trying to pronounce it. Looking for the answers up here. I'm looking for answers.
Put your help I see.
Twice more, the sons of Feanor tried to retake the Silmaril. So that's the oath. They were like, dude, you're stopping us from getting this fucking Silmaril that you captured. I'm fucking killing you over and over until I get it.
They were very obsessed with those Silmarils.
I know, man. It was almost like the Arkenstone and how Thorin, like, they're just obsessed with this shit.
They're just shiny fucking rocks.
I know. Made of fucking pure light from the 2 trees that have been destroyed. So it's extremely rare. It's like that rare piece that you find online. It's like $500 for this shit. The fuck?
I mean, I get it. They're very shiny rocks, but do they do anything besides that? Burning your fucking hands? A lot of people got their hands burnt by touching those damn things.
And stomachs.
That's
and
true.
stomachs. Not yet, though. I don't think we're at that part. No. Also, that was a different episode. Listen to the other episode on Morgoth.
Yes. All the kinslaying caused great loss of life, and all the...
Yeah!
And
Obviously. Yeah!
And all the...
Caused a lot of people to die. Yep.
And all the sons of Feanor die, except Maglor, who wanders the coast and sings about the suffering of the Noldor.
Just walking on the beach.
Yeah, that was... I think
We
that's
got
like
fucked up. Everything died.
killed my bros. Kind of want to die.
Nice, that rhymed.
Yeah.
Now we'll get into the later days and decline. After the destruction of Beleriand in the War of Wrath, the Noldor repented, and some returned to Valinor, but others stayed in Middle-earth and founded new realms. The Noldor lived in Lindon with Gil-galad, the High King of the Noldor.
I don't like that name for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Gil-galad? Fuck you. It just sounds arrogant.
It is. Well, he's a fucking beast. I love Gil-galad. Hundreds of years pass, And then Celebrimbor, last of the house of Feanor, so he's of that bloodline,
Damn, I
founded.
didn't know that.
Yeah, he founded the realm of Eregion, and we all know what happens to Eregion.
I don't.
The sack. We did a whole episode on it.
Sack.
The sack of Eregion. Check out that sack. Whoa. Wait, what? The Sindar joined Gil-galad, and some went into the Wilderland and became leaders of the Sylvan Elves, which is like Mirkwood and like the Greenwood Elves and shit. Founded Lothlorien and Greenwood the Great. The Elven realms flourished for 1,000 years until Sauron, under the guise of Anatar, arrived from the east. Son of a bitch.
Asshole.
Biggest fucking Morgoth fanboy, dude. Gil-galad did not trust him, which was good. We already talked about that in the Dunedain episode. Sauron befriended Celebrimbor of Eregion. With Anatar's help, Celebrimbor forges the Rings of Power, but Celebrimbor forged 3 rings in secret. We're kind of retreading things in the from the other episodes. Sauron forged the One Ring to rule them all. Celebrimbor sent the Ring of Nenya to Galadriel and sent Vilya and Narya to Gil-galad. For 8 years, Sauron attacked Middle-earth, destroyed Eregion, and brutally kills Celebrimbor.
Oh.
Pretty sure he crucifies his ass.
Damn.
With the help of the Númenóreans, Gil-galad was able to lead the elves to victory. I'm super fucking summarizing this. Gil-galad abandoned Eregion, and Rivendell was founded in the realm Imladris.
Imladris? Better call that land there Rivendell.
Rivendell. And Elrond was the herald. He was meant to be like the messenger, Gil-galad's messenger in... What the fuck's that place called? I don't know.
Rivendell.
No, there's
Imladris.
Eriador. The whole region.
Cleveland.
No. Lindon was the greatest of the elves, and most lived there or sailed to the west and remained in their isolated realms. Men had continued to spread in the latter half of the Second Age and founded the realms of Arnor and Gondor. We all know what happens to fucking Arnor. Not good. Kinslaying.
Actually, I don't think I do.
Well, we did a whole episode on it, so you fucking
Listen,
should.
man, I drink during these episodes.
You want to listen to the fucking Dunedain episode, asshole.
I'm not going to.
A civil war in Arnor, the Witch King fucking decimates, disease,
Ew.
a lot of kinslaying, more kinslaying happens.
Fuck yeah. Kill your
Fuck no.
siblings.
Rudor betrays Arthedain and Cardalin. Yeah, it's rowdy. But yeah, we talked about all that.
There's also so much shit in all of it. Like I said in basically, I think a lot of these episodes, I've been listening to Silmarillion. It's just so much.
Yeah, it really
So
is.
much fucking information.
The elves still had numbers in Middle-earth and joined with men to defeat Sauron one last time. Gil-galad led the second greatest host of elves in Arda and formed the last alliance of elves and men, defeated Sauron with Elendil. Elendil!
Nice.
The
Cut them fingers off.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yep.
Isildur! Cast it into the fire!
No.
Isildur!
He's like the Doomslayer. Cast it in the fire. No. Why not? That was casting motion. Damn it.
The dominion of man was to supplant them, so that was the plan after all, I guess. Whether we know that was the actual plan or if it was, who knows, but Melkor was kind of right there.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Iluvatar works in mysterious ways.
And Melkor knew more about Iluvatar than, Manwë was the only one who knew the actual plan, but Melkor knew more of like Iluvatar's being than the other Valar.
Hmm.
Kind of interesting there. Let's see. Yeah, the elves became less numerous and became more isolated. Only Lindon, Lothlorien, Mirkwood, and Rivendell remained. Most high elves sailed into the west when their king died, and the remaining Gil-galad died, and remaining high elves left Middle-earth after the War of the Ring. Some elves remained in Middle-earth as their power faded, and they became more isolated and less numerous. It was actually kind of interesting. There's like some writings that say that they could become, eventually when their power faded, they were just like kind of invisible.
Huh.
You couldn't even see them, but they could like appear if they wanted to, but they had to like focus.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting there.
So they're still here to this day.
They could be.
Maybe
They could be.
that's what ghosts are. They're just elves.
Yeah. I mean, this was written as a mythology for the world today.
Yeah.
Basically. So it's kind of cool. It's like a fictional mythology for this world.
Fictional.
It all happened.
Mm-hmm.
Morgoth is out there. You
I
better watch
believe in
out.
Iluvatar.
Eh? Might as well.
Yeah.
Same as any other religion. They're like, I believe in this shit. Any evidence? Just faith.
You don't know they didn't fold the planet in half.
All right. I mean, you're right. Guess I don't. So now we're going to talk about the Sunderings, the elves leaving. When the elves were first summoned to Valinor, they were divided into two groups. The Eldar accept the summons. The Averi refuse the summons. So that's where the Averi come from. Some groups of Teleri stayed behind and settled different areas and broke off into factions known as the Moriquendi, the Elves of Darkness. So dark elves.
The darkness.
Yeah, and like Max said, I think in the last episode, there's like cave elves, forest elves. There's all like different types of elves that really...
Green elves, gray elves.
Yeah, gray elves. You don't get like to hear about them in the Lord of the Rings tales. Maybe a couple quick mentions, but nothing other than that. The elves flourished in the First Age, but the Eldari realms were destroyed by Morgoth, and their power waned in the Second Age. In the Second Age, many elves formed wandering companies and lived in Lindon, Rivendell, the Woodland Realm, and Lorien, where Sindar and Noldor lords ruled over Sylvans. So it's like Thranduil and all that and shit.
Real quick, how much longer do we got on this?
We're about wrapped up here. This
All
is
right,
the last bullet here.
right,
So this
just
was
'cause
a
it's-
quick episode.
Yeah, just because of the camera thing.
Yeah, and I had to make this quick because it would have gotten way out of hand if I had gone any deeper.
Don't pay attention to that, listeners.
Well, we'll get into more of these lineages and stuff when we do the individual characters, and we've already kind of discussed a lot of it in the Edine episode, the Dunedain and all that bullshit. But then, yeah, we'll get into the Third Age. Third Age brought forth the Age of Men, and elves of Middle-earth became a secret people. This is when they were like kind of becoming invisible, basically. While in Valinor, to the contrary, they just flourished. It basically became fucking Valar.
Nice.
On par with the Valar, and they all lived in peace over there.
Yeah. Thanks, dicks, for just dipping out to fucking Valinor.
Yeah.
Bunch of assholes.
And
Ooh, we don't want dudes around, you fucking racist.
that about sums up the elves.
Yeah.
So
Racist as shit.
What a life though, you know? Like you're born on a beach, and then you just start like hanging out with your bros. You don't even talk for a while. You're just like, you're just like
And each other beers, like,
just humming songs about the beers. You don't even know what you're saying, but you're just humming them. It's like, yeah. Eventually, you start
that was
making
the
up
first
shit.
word. There's like, beer?
Orodrida.
Yeah, that's probably
Beer.
some weird fucking elven word for beer.
Nice. All right.
Let's see. I kind of want to look it up now. Yeah, I mean, I like the elves. I think it's interesting that most of Middle Earth is populated by fucking rebels, like the Numenorians and the fucking the Edine were the only ones who weren't really rebels. But yeah, the Noldor elves betray like the kinslaying and shit. They're just like,
They love stabbing each other.
it's insane, man.
Yeah.
God
Stabbing
damn.
their bros. Maybe they were just a little too drunk off the fucking whatever the word for beer in Elven is. Except for, they seem like more like wine drinkers to me.
Yeah, probably.
They're just sucking down that grape juice.
Yeah.
So there's not one definitive word, but the elves drank Mirivor, a sweet cordial,
I would not
and
call
wine.
beer. Like I said.
Mm-hmm. It's not like the men who break out the ale.
Yeah. Break out the ale.
Some of them called it nectar.
I mean,
Oh,
Nectar of the gods.
accurate.
beer wasn't a common elven beverage in Tolkien's lore. They drank wine. So
I mean, I can't picture a fucking elf burping.
Legolas has some brewskis when he's in Helm's Deep.
Does he burp though?
he does.
I don't think so. I think he just
No.
goes, I'm feeling something.
Fucking trash bag. It's like
Yeah,
how
common term for wine is miru and mir. Gwyn, or Hiru, Herw.
Of course he would make
Hero.
37 fucking words for goddamn wine.
Well, they're different languages. One's Quenya, one's Sindarin.
fucking ridiculous.
I mean, well, yeah, the elves, they have their issues, but I feel like
A lot of kinslaying.
but like a lot of that was started because of Morgoth, right? Like, because he was the one
Farting in people's faces.
whispering stuff into him, just like, hey, go kill those guys.
Hey, listen, the Valar are full of shit.
Yeah.
Go kill your fucking brother right there.
So, like, if it wasn't for him, they would have been this peaceful, just looking up at the stars, drinking brewskis, talking to each other.
Yeah, but
Like-
then we wouldn't have a bunch of great movies.
That's
well,
true.
3 great movies. And then 3 mediocre movies.
Yeah.
Mediocre!
Mediocre. But yeah,
Too much
it had to
CGI.
happen in order for the world to be what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always like the elves. I think they're fucking cool. And like, I don't know, the whole
Seem like
story.
a bunch of nerds to me.
Yeah.
Give me some dwarves. Red meat off the bone. Malt beer.
Some beard just dripping down your beard. Just-
Yeah, we'll talk about the dwarves in another episode. That will be, I think, a long one. There's a lot of
Didn't
lore.
they have like masks at one point that like scared dragons? I think that's a thing. I think. Don't quote me
we'll
on
find
that.
out in the episode.
I don't
Exactly.
remember. I'd have to re-delve into that.
Don't go too deep.
Oh, I'll create the mountains of fucking thing or other.
Yeah, don't go too deep. You might find something you don't want to find.
Greedily.
Do you think the Balrogs, when they ignite like that, I think it's just like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna scare the fuck out of these guys. Just,
Yeah.
just the flames coming out.
I don't think they spoke ever in the books, did they?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
He's thinking it to himself though.
Yeah.
So you better run, boy.
It's a massive
whip you in
fiery
the
shadow. And then like in the last episode, like Morgoth just has like 15 of these motherfuckers just he was like,
My foot hurts. Go fight for me.
I'm gonna quit.
Quit.
Because this is crazy.
You're just out in your field farming and just 15 Balrogs. Just, oh, well.
Fuck, dude.
Time to call it a day.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll have some more of these Lord of the Rings lores coming up soon, I'm sure. And
Yes.
yeah, well, I think we might dive into Lord of the Rings again. We did that one of our first episodes.
It
back
was.
when we were just little babies.
And this guy was drunk as fuck.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think that's where the clip came from where, oh yeah, I was totally blackout drunk.
So maybe we'll do a more in-depth breakdown of those and nerd out sessions over those and stuff again. And
Yep.
now that we have the video and everything, so
I
keep an eye
also
out for that
did
soon.
a episode on just the books, the Lord of the
That's
Rings
right.
books. So go listen to that one if you're interested in more.
That's right. That was also pretty early on.
Yeah, that one's way back, so you have to scroll through, type in that search bar,
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, and it'll bring you right to the episode.
That's right. All right.
It will.
Yeah.
It does.
For us? Like
Yeah.
specific. All right.
Yeah, I mean, like in the
you're
iHeart
on
or
the channel,
Spotify
yeah.
search or wherever you want to listen to your podcast, we're on all the top ones. So
Nice.
just type in that search bar, what episode you want, and it'll take you right to it.
There you go.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, the Dunedain, the fucking Elves, the Morgoth. What else did I cover? There was another one I covered too. Can't
The
remember.
sack.
The books, the Sack of Aragion. Yeah,
Nice.
so pretty good.
Yep. All right. Well, yeah. If you want some extra episodes, you can go to patreon.com/3beersdeep podcast. If you want some extra content, like we were saying, go to TikTok and Instagram at 3BD podcast. And you can watch on YouTube at 3BD podcast as well. If you want to email us your thoughts on this or anything else, 3beersdeep podcast, all spelled out, at gmail.com. And don't forget to like and subscribe wherever you're listening or watching. And we'll catch you next time. 3 Beers Deep.
Later, nerds.
Drink your beers. What was it? Mules?